Hi, this is Coach Van Tassel with My Football Mentor. What we're going to do right now is we're going to identify defensive coverages. I'm going to start with a cover two or a two safety look. We've got a free safety, we've got a strong safety, here's the ball here, we've got our Z receiver out here, we've got our X receiver over here, we've got a corner and a 4-and-1, and we've got a corner and a 4-and-1. What I mean by 4-and-1 is he's 4 yards off, 1 yard outside. That's a pretty typical alignment for a cover two. Now, let me tell you what their responsibilities are first, and then I'll go into how you identify this coverage versus other coverages that have a two safety look that might look similar. His area of responsibility as far as his coverage is going to be anything in the flats. So he's going to be covering anything that gets in the flat area there. He's going to be covering anything that gets in the flat area here. He's got what's called half coverage, and he's got what's called half coverage. Okay? That means they're going to drop and split the difference between the middle of the field and the sidelines. So his area of responsibility is to cover from the center of the field or over the ball to the sidelines over here. Anything that gets deep there, that's called half coverage. Now, you do have linebackers depending on your front. What their coverages are typically hook curl. I'm not going to worry about the linebackers right now because I don't use them as an identifier as far as whether this is a cover two or not. I like to look at the safeties and the corners to determine whether it's a cover two and to determine whether it's zone versus man. So here's what we're going to do. Receivers and quarterbacks really need to be able to identify coverages the same way. You identify the number of safeties that you have first thing. So we look out there, receiver, quarterback looks out, sees that we've got two safeties, two high safeties. Then the next thing you look at is the alignment of the corner. Now if you see a corner who's aligned outside of the receiver and then his eyes are looking in at the quarterback, his eyes looking in at the quarterback tell you, one, that that's a zone coverage because he's reading that quarterback's drop step, whether the quarterback's dropping 1, 3, 5, 7, whether he's bootlegging, all those types of things. That's what he's looking for because he's going to determine his coverage responsibility based on the drop steps. Now, he's going to play what's called a funnel corner, which means that when the receiver releases, he's going to force him inside because he has a safety over the top that can get over the top of that route. If it happens to be a fade route, he's going to force him inside, force him closer to the safety so the safety can play over the top of that. Now, that's how you identify a cover two. We'll look at his eyes. If they're looking in at the quarterback and then he funnels this guy, I mean, things can change post-snap as well. You can do a pre-snap read, it looks one way, and then things can change post-snap after the ball's snapped. Doesn't happen in high school very often. Very rarely will you have a defense give you one look and then roll to another one. Most of the time, if they give you these identifiers, you know you have a cover two. So again, corner 4-and-1 outside, eyes on the quarterback is an indicator that it's zone coverage. The fact that he's leveraged outside and that there's two safeties is a really good indicator that it's cover two. The weak spots in cover two are going to be this hole here and then every hole that's in between linebackers based on where their drops are. So that's cover two.